Pleased to meet you again, Mr. Ambassador. Can I have a conclusion how 2018 was for cooperation between Belarus and Romania?
First of all, thank you so much for having interest towards Belarus, towards my country, towards relations between our countries, where agriculture occupies a very significant role. As to our bilateral relations during the 2018, we managed to reach quite a number of good results in all the areas, in political, economic, scientific, educational, cultural, sports, etc. Today, Romania occupies the 7th place as the biggest trading partner of Belarus among all the European countries, which is a very strong position. And it's not according to the Belarusian figures, it's according to European figures. And the potential of Belarus, for example, can be described with the fact that even today Belarus occupies the 4th place as the biggest trading partner of Russia in the world. So the potential is pretty big. Our export to Romania increased around 11%. The same figures for increase in Romanian export to Belarus. We widen the number of goods and commodities in our trade, so the tendency is very good. And of course, some place is occupied by the products of agriculture. Of course, we import some vegetables, fruits, corns, which are produced in Romania. We sell some vegetables which are produced by Belarus, and now we are looking to establish more strong relations in this area. By the way, to consider for an opportunity to mutual investments, to mutual production of some goods, to establish and to widen cooperation between our universities and scientific institutions, to participate jointly in some international exhibitions, fairs, trading fairs, regional forums, etc. So in all the areas. I arrived in Romania 2 years ago. Within 2 years, more than 20 Romanian universities established relations with the same number of Belarusian universities. Around 20 agreements were signed between our universities, including universities which specialize in agricultural area. The same story with museums. Around 15 museums of Belarus and Romania established relations and signed some treaties on cooperation. For example, Brukenthal Museum in Sibiu, National Historic Museum in Bucharest. Now we cooperate pretty strong with National Arts Museum in Bucharest, with Museum of Old Maps and Old Books and Maps here, so with many museums, and between theaters, philharmonics, opera theaters, between even colleges and schools in all the Romanian counties and Belarusian regions. Interregional cooperation is considered by us as a very strong locomotive for all the other developments. And last year, the first ever agreement on interregional cooperation between Belarus and Romania was signed. This agreement was signed between Cluj County and Mogilov region. By the way, Mogilov region is the birthplace of the President of Belarus. And agreements on cooperation between few regional chambers of commerces of Romania and Belarus were signed. Exchanges of visits were conducted. By the way, agreement on cooperation between Tulcha County and Mozir district of Belarus was signed, and the president of the council, county council of Tulcha visited Belarus, and the delegation of this county visited Belarus. Delegations from Cluj and Yashi, headed by the prefects, visited Belarus, and one of the biggest international economic forums in Mogilev, and delegations from Rymniku, Vilcha, visited Belarus, and from Baranovichi city visited Rymniku, Vilcha, from Mogilev district visited Yashi. So we are expanding interregional cooperation, and we already achieved quite a few good results. Today, Romania presides the Council of the European Union, and it has a lot, very ambitious aims and a lot of work to do, and we trust Belarus will occupy some place in these activities. First, within the initiative Eastern Partnership. Secondly, on bilateral level, we are planning to arrange official visit by the Minister for Foreign Affairs of Belarus to Romania this year. We are planning to invite a parliamentary delegation from Romania to Belarus, headed by the chairperson for International Relations Committee this year as well. By the way, we have a group of friendship between our parliaments, and it's pretty active. Of course, we are planning to conduct another meeting of our Intergovernmental Committee on Trade and Economic Relations this year here in Bucharest, and we are planning to bring a representative delegation of Belarusian businessmen, not to only discuss some theoretical but also precise practical issues, and we are planning to conduct this meeting of Intergovernmental Committee with one of the international fairs, trading fairs here in Romania. So the plans are pretty big. At the regional level, now we are planning to bring to Belarus a group of mayors of Romanian cities. I think the group will consist of at least 10 mayors, and also arrange participation of Romanian regional delegations at some trade and economic forums in Belarus. So quite a lot of plans, and hopefully they will be fulfilled. Belarus has a representation company of our biggest tractor producer. The name or the brand is Belarus, like the name of my country. It's Belarus Tractor. The headquarters is situated in Galați, and we are planning to arrange some promotion tours to several Romanian counties. First of all, Iași, which is a famous agricultural county, and we really keep very good relations with the regional authorities, with the regional chamber of commerce, with the universities, with quite a few companies from this area, which, by the way, are very strong in agriculture. I can mention, if you allow me, one company, Crama Hermețu. The owner and the head of this company, Mr. Vasile Lungu, is very active, and I visited his farm for several times. He uses all the modern technologies, and he made some proposals to strengthen relations between Romania and Belarus in many areas, in corn production, in selection, in exchange of experience and training, and also in exporting of wine. Our tractor is well known in Romania since the Soviet times, and today we even produce our tractors in Romania at Irum company in Mureș County. And I visited this company. They are very successful, and at the end of last year, this company started production of completely Romanian tractor, which is also very good, and it shows that Romania expand its industrial agricultural production. Belarus is also one of the big, by the way, Belarus keeps, I think, around 8 to 11% of world market of tractors, which is very good.
Yeah, indeed.
We keep also around 11 to 13% of production of fertilizers, world production of fertilizers. And here we also sell some fertilizers to Romania, and we produce also harvesters, and we started to sell our harvesters to Romania, not at big amounts yet, but it's just the beginning of the process, especially to the southern parts of Romania, where a lot of grain is produced. Belarus produces all the range of agricultural machinery and equipment and devices, and here we also feel there are quite good opportunities for cooperation. Belarus produces tires for agricultural equipment, and here as well we think we can have some good relations. By the way, at the end of last year, I visited several counties, Râmnicu Sărat, for example, and since that time, local producer of spare parts for trucks and tractors established already relations with tractor company in Belarus to produce spare parts for our tractors and agricultural machinery and to sell to Belarus, or we are even discussing opening of some production lines in Belarus. First of all, as I said, Belarus produces practically everything, and Romania produces practically everything. We can expand our relations in many areas. We are very similar also in the fact that both Romanian agricultural products and Belarusian agricultural products are very natural. They are not artificial, they are extremely natural, and this is a very good advantage. Of course, Romania has around 18 million of population, plus minus. Belarus has 9.5 million population, and we produce much more than we can consume. But we can start cooperation. Belarus is a member of Eurasian Economic Union with Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Armenia. And
special market there.
Yes, and Belarus is the closest member of this union to Romania. So we can use Belarus as the gates to open the Eurasian market for Romanian products. And vice versa, we can use Romania as the gates for European Union. We have both, all types of farms. The majority are medium-sized, but we also have some pretty big complexes. And we have farmers, single farmers like in Romania. So we use all the opportunities depending on the conditions, which one is better in this or that place, in this or that area or sphere of agriculture. The state supports the farmers, and normally it's naturally due to the fact that it's very difficult for agriculture to survive without the support from the state. We support, of course, our agricultural industry, and the government makes a lot to further develop this area of national economy. And as I said, we have some good results. In June, normally Belarus conducts one or several big agricultural exhibitions. This year, the International Agricultural Exhibition will be conducted in Minsk, in the capital of Belarus, from the 4th to the 9th of June. And all the major world players in agriculture normally participate in this exhibition. And of course, I would be pleased to see your distinguished company and representatives from Romania to this exhibition. We have 6 big regions in Belarus, and normally every region conducts so-called international regional forums, and every region of Belarus is famous with its agriculture. By the way, 40% of the territory of Belarus is covered with the land which are used as agricultural lands. Another 40% is covered with forests. So we actively use agricultural lands, and we we sophisticate our skills, our technologies. So there is a possibility for Romanian companies, authorities to participate in one or several regional agricultural or regional international forums. Today, due to internalization of market, it's not so easy, but traditionally Belarus is famous with its potato. It was called during the Soviet times as potato country, and we did really produce very sophisticated brands of potato. Of course, Belarus is famous in breeding of animals, all kinds of animals, and I have some figures, by the way. Today we have around 300,000 of people are employed in agriculture. So I think it's around 8% of the population. More than 40,000 tractors.
Whoa.
We have more than 40,000 tractors in Belarus, and around 10,000 of harvesters, 4.4 million of cows, around 51 million of kitchen, and 3.2 millions of pigs. The majority is exported for sure, and is processed. We can sell all types, sausages, smoked meat, everything.
Yeah.
Because Belarus can produce some vegetables which are not produced in enough
Other countries, yeah.
figures, and we can cooperate in these areas. Not only simple trade, not only simple import and export, but joint processing. By the way, I visited Râmnicu Vâlcea, and I visited several companies. For example, jams from Romania, from Râmnicu Vâlcea, are sold in Belarus. Some sweets. So not only precise agricultural or rough agricultural products, but also processed products. And there are some companies in Belarus and in Romania which are interested in arranging some joint production, some joint ventures. We have some more joint features which unite us. For example, in sports, this year, today, figure skating European Championship started in Belarus. In June, in the third decade of June this year, Belarus will host the second European Games. And as far as I know, a few days ago, we met with the President of the National Olympic Committee of Romania, Mr. Mihai Cavaliu. Yes, Olympic champion. And as far as I know, Romania plans to take or to bring a very representative delegation to these games. So again, there are opportunities to visit and chance to visit Belarus.
Tourism.
Sports tourism in tennis. Halep, Simona Halep and Azarenka, Mirny. Now we have young players. Handball, Alexandru Dedu and Sergei Rutenko in Belarus. By the way, today several handball players and basketball players from Belarus. Yeah, for example, in the women team of Râmnicu Vâlcea, which is number one in Romania, and one of our girls plays, Miss Vasilevich. So we keep very close relations in sports, and this might be also a good opportunity to visit Belarus, and of course to visit monasteries and to visit churches. Quite a few priests from Romania already visited Belarus. Romanian Orthodox Chorus participates annually at a very famous church festival in Grodno, in the western part of Belarus, and this year this chorus was the laureate. I mean last year. Last year Romanian representative was the winner, grand prize winner of a very famous festival in Belarus, Slaviansky Bazaar, which is conducted annually, and it unites singers from more than 40 countries. Singer. And a girl from Romania also got special prize at this competition among children. Last year, Romanian movie was the winner of Belarusian International Movie Festival, November or Listopad in Belarusian. So we conduct quite good relations in the cultural area. Our opera theater and ballet theater is considered as one of the best in Europe.
Yes.
Now we also started so-called industrial tourism. By the way, the tractor factory of Belarus, which is situated in Minsk, arranges special tours for visitors to this factory, and persons could drive a tractor. It is really very important, and I'm very pleased and I am very grateful to your beautiful channel for this interest.
You are a fan of our channel, I understand.
Yes. It's very nice and very practical and very result-oriented. And I would be pleased to assist and to jointly conduct several events. If you have any interest and plans, please come with us when we will promote our agricultural machinery in different Romanian counties. You are mostly welcome to participate at either a major agricultural event in Belarus or at some regional events, and I will keep you informed about these events. And of course, you are mostly welcome to conduct a special tour to Belarus to watch what Belarus produces, what Belarus is famous in its agriculture, and to deliver afterwards this information to the Romanian farmers and to the Romanian people.
It is important. Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador, for the interview.
Thank you so much, and may I wish all the further success of your beautiful TV channel.